Hey, we are back.
Hey.
We're back again. Today we thought that we would try something a little bit different. We thought we would ask each other, kind of like the best friend challenge. We would ask questions about each other's lives, and we're going to try to answer them we're going to ask at the same time and try to answer the question. Whoever gets close to the right answer, or closest, I guess, to the right answer, will get a point, and we'll see who wins at the very end and is a better friend to the other one, or whatever. Whatever the stakes are. What should be the stakes? What do we have to do if we win? Or we lose?
You have to eat a banana.
And you have to eat a mango. Whoever loses dies.
In a very delicious way.
In a very delicious and allergy-ridden way.
Yeah. Can I hit you with a skillet?
You can't hit me with a skillet. Okay, maybe we won't actually put real stakes on this game, because now I'm afraid of what Dana wants to do. Anyway, so, as an example question.
Will you make me popcorn?
I don't have any.
Gee, literally none of my steaks.
I thought that was your first example question.
No.
I said, let's have an example question. You said, will you make me popcorn?
An example question.
An example question.
Have I ever had to repeat a grade in school?
You were homeschooled, so no.
I'm not entirely sure what grades I ended up going through.
I was gonna say, I feel like you didn't have that delineation throughout your life. I never had to repeat a grade. I tried to skip a grade in high school, and I went to the counselor's office and asked them what it would take to do that, because I wanted to graduate early for some reason. And I think I didn't actually want to do it. I just think I saw Ryan do it, and I wanted to do it. And then she told me what it would take, and I was like, I am way too lazy to pull that off. So I'm just not even going to worry about it. All right, so we're going to go back and forth and just see what's up.
What is my middle name?
Sharon. I'm just kidding. It's Renee.
Yours is Tomas.
Tomas. Yeah. Okay. Well, 1 point each.
But that's pretty easy because
yeah. Whatever.
That's literally your name on everything.
Yeah.
All of your everything.
Well, it's not anymore. I changed it all to Jake McCaw Bro, except for Facebook. It's still Jacob Thomas McCaw on Facebook. All right, question number 2. What is my zodiac sign? I don't know. I don't know what yeah, I don't either. I do know that mine's a Cancer because it's Cancer. June. Yeah, thank you. What's the one for September?
Well, there's 2 apparently. But mine is Virgo.
Oh, okay. Yours is Virgo.
Well, you suck.
So do you.
So do we both get a point since we didn't?
Yeah, why not? Let's just both get a point. Or maybe we don't, either one of us get a point. Okay. Let's keep going.
What's my mom's maiden name?
Wow.
Watterson? You get a point.
Balls. No, that's not my answer. That's not my answer. Balls! That's not my answer! I really don't know what your mom's maiden name is. Morales. Okay.
You don't get a point.
I don't get a point for that. I don't know that. Wow. I know that your mom was born in Alpine.
Yeah?
Alpine, Texas. I know that's where she was born.
Good job.
Okay.
Anyway, that wasn't the question.
I don't get a point though.
Okay, how many siblings do each of my parents have?
Wow, how many siblings?
Holy heck, you're gonna have a great time with my mom.
Yeah. Okay, many. For your mom. And then, am I right though?
Yeah.
Okay. And then your dad has...
I don't even know.
I'm gonna venture and say... Well, I'm gonna wait for you to get done with your mom.
I think she has 7.
7?
And she's the 8.
And she's the 8.
Well, she's not the 8th.
But she's... There are 8 children.
She's the 3rd. But there are 8 children. Yeah.
Right. I think I'm gonna venture a guess and say that your dad has 3. 2. Oh!
He is the 3rd.
Dang it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, and I think I knew that, and I was like, but I'm gonna round up just in case. Wow, you stayed in that exact position for a moment.
Your daddy got a sister.
My daddy got a sister.
And that's it.
Yep.
Your mama got a brother, and that's it.
No.
What?
Well, okay. That's actually kind of sad. She has a sister, and she had 2 brothers, and now she does only have 1. But he died of cancer a few years back. So you were technically right. She does have a single brother.
Do I get a point?
I don't think either one of us gets points for that one. I don't think either one of us does. You can have half a point. Because you got my dad right, and I didn't get either one of your parents right.
I'm not gonna do it. Too much trouble.
Okay.
Keep up with that half. What town did I grow up in? You grew up in Lovington.
I did grow up in Lovington.
But you were born in Roswell.
But I was born in Roswell. And I don't remember what town in Texas you were born in, but I know that you grew up for a little bit in the Dallas area before you moved here. 21 years ago.
Yeah. You got that.
Yeah.
But what town was it?
That you were born in?
No. Well,
that wasn't the question.
No, what town did I grow up in? Because it wasn't actually Dallas.
Oh, it wasn't actually Dallas. I did say the Dallas area.
It's not even
which
the
is
Dallas
a giant area.
It is. Okay,
Dang.
where did we go? Where did we go?
Was it
when we went
Ennis?
to- Yeah.
It was Ennis?
It was Ennis.
Oh, okay. Well, I do know where that is then.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
We're neck and neck. No,
We
we're
are?
not.
No, we're not. You're winning.
I'm going to get myself a point.
Yeah.
What was the name of my elementary school?
You were homeschooled. This is where it comes back. What was the name of my elementary school, Dana?
Lovington Elementary.
Why did you give yourself a point? That's my point. That is my point.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
It wasn't
Give me
called
another
Lovington.
point.
It wasn't Lovington.
No. Give me another point. Okay, now we're tied where we would be, but see, now let's see if you can get this right, because if you get it right, then you can have another point, and our scores will reflect
Oh my gosh.
the actual thing.
This is
Whatever.
a whole mess.
It is a whole mess.
Um,
I sincerely don't think you're going to get it, because it was a Spanish word.
Manzano.
Zapato.
Manzana.
Manzana. No, it was...
Wait. Esta zapato. Elementary.
For some reason, in my head, I translated "esta zapato" to "is this a shoe?" Elementary school. They're teaching us.
Lady Gaga Elementary.
Lady Gaga Elementary. No, I went to Yarborough Elementary School.
That's a bunch of balls.
Yeah.
Dang it.
So, cool, we're tied. All right. Our scores reflect the way that they should after Dana gave herself a point.
What did I like to do as a child? I don't know. I don't even know what I like to do as a child.
Yeah, that's a very loaded question.
Yeah.
Okay. I know you like to sit on fire ant piles.
I don't know that I liked to. It's that
I just know
did.
that you did it more than once.
I liked to collect roly-polies.
Okay.
I liked to do puzzles. I
Yeah.
liked to watch Arthur.
I liked all of those things.
Yeah.
I loved the Hardy Boys.
I
loved A Series of Unfortunate Events. I loved the
To read.
the Animorphs books. Anamorphic?
Yeah.
Animorphic or
Animorphs.
Animorphs? I don't even
Animorphs.
remember.
I remember
I used
that
to have
show.
I used to have a lot of them.
Yeah.
I remember because the lead character's name was Jake. And I was all about it. I was
Interesting.
absolutely all about it. He was the leader too, and I remember being like, I'm so inspired. Yeah,
Of course you were.
of course I was. Anyway,
Did I ever go to summer camp?
yes, we
Yes.
did together.
We Did I get an allowance as a child? I think you probably did.
I'm gonna say no for you.
Yeah, I didn't.
I didn't.
You didn't?
I did not. I did not get an allowance as a child. I'm sorry. Maybe we should both go to our parents and be like, "Why don't you love us?" That's not true. I will say I never got an allowance. Like my dad never said, "Here's the money that you get to spend this week or this month or whatever." But my dad was always there to help me financially when I needed.
Oh yeah, me too.
So
Whenever I
it's
needed,
a very different.
Yeah, whenever
very
I needed
different.
something, but
Yeah.
it wasn't. Yeah.
Don't think our parents didn't love us or help us.
Oh, absolutely.
That definitely did happen, just not in a allowance.
It wasn't like do this stuff and you get money. It was like do this stuff because you're a part of the household
Right.
and you gotta do stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, go have fun.
Yeah.
And here's some money.
Right.
And I'll take you to your friend's house because that's
Right.
cool.
Absolutely. And our parents still, to this day, kind of are like that.
Yeah.
They'll help us out when we need their help. Anyway, all right. Next question.
What are some chores that I had to do when I was growing up?
I feel like that's going to be hard for us to remember about ourselves.
That's true. Let's
Let's
think
move.
about it.
Let's move on.
Did I have a favorite restaurant as a child? No. That's not-
Okay.
Did you have one?
I don't think I had a favorite restaurant as a child. Actually, I did. I had a favorite restaurant as a child. No, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. It was a restaurant called Old Jack's. And I remember I called it the Purple Crown place because the logo was just like this purple crown, and it was like a drive-in burger milkshake joint that was there in Lovington. And my dad used to go there when he was in high school. It had been there that long, like the 70s, and it used to be like the hangout place, like you think of when you think of the 60s and the 70s, like.
Was it? Is it still operational?
Yeah, we went there 2 years ago and got burgers. Yeah,
That's crazy.
it's still there. It was really neat to get to go back to that. Yeah.
I don't think we really went out to eat much when I was a kid.
Okay. We
Once a
didn't
week
either.
we got pizza, and all my family would come over to my grandparents'
Okay.
house. But
That's
I mean,
really sweet.
I wouldn't say that was like my favorite restaurant. It was like what we did.
Yeah, that
You
makes
know.
sense.
Yeah, and it was cool. It
Yeah.
was fun. Right.
All right, next question.
What do my parents do for a living?
Okay, well, does your mom still clean houses? Is she still cleaning houses right now? Like maybe one or two?
Yeah.
Like one
And
or two?
even like, yeah, she does.
Okay, she does. Okay, well, she does that, and then your father is technically retired from his computer business, his business where he fixes computers. But he's more busy now that he's retired than he was when he was actually in business, and he used to be a cowboy.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly right. I don't know how that happened.
I don't know how it happened either, but
also, your dad got asked to work for NASA, and he was like,
my dad did get invited to go into space.
Oh, that's right. He was
not just work for NASA. They were going to shoot him off the planet.
You have to wonder if that means they loved him,
or they wanted to get rid of him. You have to wonder if he ended up on a government watch list, and this was their solution to the problem.
But he's a professor. He is all things science professor.
He is.
He's a very, very, very wonderful teacher.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what he did before he was a professor?
He was a...
Don't overthink it.
He was he also worked... what? A teacher?
Yes, he was a high school teacher. Yeah, don't overthink it.
I was like,
he was a high school teacher.
I remember he worked at the plant nursery that one time.
He did work at a plant nursery one time. And before he was a teacher, he did all sorts of things. He worked for like the Forest Service and stuff like that, kind of out near Hondo.
I remember you talking about y'all getting up super early and going looking for owls.
That was when he was still a college professor. That was when I was like 8 years old, and in the summers when we would live up here for just the summer before we actually like moved here permanently, he'd work for the Forest Service here. And we'd go out and survey the owls and stuff like that. But I was going to say he worked in a camera shop a long time ago.
Right.
He got to sell cameras and camera equipment and stuff, and he basically lived his best life.
Yeah.
Because he loves photography.
I really wish he had been able to be a photographer for National Geographic.
I really wish he could have too. He's published in a couple magazines, not National Geographic, but he's published in a couple things. He's got it framed at home.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. What does my mom do?
Your mom cleans houses.
Yeah.
Before that, she used to be a cosmetologist. She used to cut hair. Is that right?
She went to cosmetology school back in the day, but then she dropped out because she didn't want to have to finish it.
Okay.
And then, actually, before she cleaned houses, she worked at the laundromat here in town. And but before that, she
decorated cakes.
Well, she did that just as a hobby and stuff. That was her side
okay.
hustle. Because she ran a daycare in our house.
I was about to mention the daycare.
Yeah, and then she worked for the government. She worked for the BLM.
Oh, that's right.
When I was born.
Do I have any nieces or nephews?
You do. You have a nephew from one of your sisters, and you have a nephew from your other sister.
Mm-hmm. I do. And you bet him.
Except that I have two nieces.
Oh, Frank, that's right. You do.
I'm gonna let you have that point because you know that I have two nieces. No, my wife's sister has two daughters. I'm gonna let you have that point because there's no way that you forgot that you didn't know.
I was just not thinking there.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I was thinking about that one.
That's fine.
What's the worst trouble I got into as a child?
I know my answer. I don't know what your answer is, but I know my answer.
Well, I mean, you got legislation passed because of your bad behavior.
No, that wasn't my bad behavior. That was because I fell out of a fire truck.
Your bad behavior.
What is it? How is that my fault?
Were they letting you climb over?
Yes.
Oh.
It was an expo. I'm responsible.
Stupid.
I used to be.
You were stupid. You're being dumb. And
there was a firefighter in the cab of the truck there to help me climb up, and he didn't help me.
Your butt or your head or something.
He didn't help me, and I fell backwards out of the truck and hit my face on the corrugated metal. Fortunately, it was an expo for first responders and emergency personnel, so I was taken care of very quickly and thoroughly. That's not the worst trouble I got into as a child, though. I can remember specifically the time that I got into the most trouble with my dad. I can remember that time. And it wasn't even high school.
When was it?
It was a lot earlier than that.
Oh.
Like 5th grade? I think it was 5th grade.
Well, I remember the time you wore underwear as pants, but
I didn't get in trouble for that. I didn't get in trouble for that. I just still wonder how mom and dad let me out of the house wearing my older cousin's underwear because I thought it was shorts.
With a very convenient...
With a convenient flap in the front.
Okay, wait. I think I remember...
I'm trying to think.
I'm trying to think, too.
I don't really have one for you.
I know mine.
I don't really have one for you. I know that you used to... I mean, and I was a part of this at one point, but you used to never abide by the one person in your car while you had your provisional license law. And
technically, I didn't get in trouble for that.
You never did. I got the lecture from your mom that I was in the car when I shouldn't have been, which is weird because it's like whatever. But yeah, I don't know.
I don't think I know for you either.
Okay.
Mine is probably I used to. My older sister was what I deemed to be mean to me. Like great. Older sisters are.
Yeah.
And so I would steal her glasses. and I would steal her like wallet and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
just because I was small and I couldn't do anything else.
Right.
And so that was the only way I could get back at her, was make her stuff disappear.
Was make her stuff disappear.
And so I remember on 2 different occasions I went and locked myself in the bathroom because I didn't want the repercussions.
Because you were scared?
Yeah.
I understand. I did that. I've done that before where I've locked myself in the bathroom. The most trouble I got into, there are 2 situations that I can think of that I got into a lot of trouble for. The one that I got into the most trouble for was in 5th grade when my dad was called in for a parent-teacher conference with me because I wasn't turning in any of my homework, my math homework.
I knew that.
And while we were there, I kept pulling out these math assignments from my desk that were just like incomplete and not turned in, and my dad's face was getting redder and redder and redder.
Yeah.
And needless to say, I got in a lot of trouble for that. And the good news is, the whole thing took place in front of my best friend and his family, who were also there for parent-teacher conferences. So that sucked. But then the time before that, this kid who lived down the street from us here in the summer when we used to have our cabin told me that he had spy pills that would make you a really good spy. So if we played this game, like we were trying to play spies, if I took this pill, I'd be like a great spy. So I took the pill and my mom saw it and got really mad and sent him home, and I never got to talk to him again. And I had to go get my stomach pumped.
What was the pill?
We still don't know. But I got in a lot of trouble for doing that. I got in a lot of trouble for doing that. They think it was just like an allergy pill that the kid had. Anyway, that happened.
Oh my gosh. Wait.
Have I told you both of those stories?
I remember the math.
The math thing? Yeah. That was definitely the time that I got in the most trouble.
Yeah. Do you remember that story about the time the cops got called over to my house?
Oh yeah, because you and your neighbor built a fire, an illegal fire.
He built an illegal fire, and I was sitting there going, I don't think we should be doing this. And
Yeah.
he was like, no, it's fine. And I was like,
I don't think
Okay.
so. Yeah.
I don't think it's okay. I think this is fire season. And he was like, no, here, roast this marshmallow. And I was like,
I don't want to be here.
this is wrong.
I
And
don't
so
think this is good.
And
Yeah.
so I started putting dirt on it, and he
Right.
got mad at me. And then a man came out and started yelling at us and said he was going to call the cops. So
And he did.
The little dude
Mm-hmm.
took off on his bike. And I went home and tried to act like nothing was wrong, and then I broke
And then
down.
the cops came
Yeah, and then the cops came.
and told you that everything was wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So
What do you think? Let's do 2 or 3 more, and then
Yeah.
we'll call this for part 1, and we'll probably do like a part 2, 3, and 4, because this is good. This is content. Let us know down below if you guys enjoy this, but we're enjoying it, so we're going to make more than one.
Would I rather spend a day with my parents or your parents? I don't know that I've ever spent a day with your parents.
I don't think you ever have spent a day with my parents. I have spent many days with your parents. I can't actually answer that question,
Yeah.
because I love all of these parents that we're talking about.
Yeah.
I love them all. I mean, obviously I love my parents more than I love your
I was going to
parents.
say,
but
I
still,
think you'd probably rather spend a day with your parents.
I would, yeah.
Yeah. Yay.
And I think you would rather spend a day with your parents than my parents.
Probably so.
Cool. That was kind of a free point.
Did I play any sports when I was growing up? Did I?
No.
I did.
So did I.
I didn't even get to answer that.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, we're moving on.
Okay, who's my oldest friend?
Who was your oldest friend? I want to say, well, okay, what was her name? What was her name? She moved away the year before I moved here. What was her name? Was it Catherine? Was it? No, it wasn't Catherine. What was her name? I never met her.
I almost didn't know who you were talking.
She moved away the year before I got here. I mean, Ryan's on the list.
Yeah.
I would
Ryan's
assume
on the
Brienne's on the list. But oldest though, I could get sappy and say Tanya. But you guys were not friends when you were little. You are now, but you weren't then.
Yeah.
That's as good as an answer as I got.
Which one? Ryan or Brienne?
Ryan.
I think you're right.
Okay, cool.
I think I did
Yeah.
know Ryan longer.
Okay.
Um,
And you know the answer for me too. I actually happen to know that we've talked about this before, so you know the answer.
oh gosh, was it that girl? Oh, what's her face? Jolene.
Jolene.
oh, frick. Oh my gosh, the girl that your first kiss. What was her name?
Jillian Ormord.
Jillian.
Yes, that
Am
is
I
who
right?
it is.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
that is who it is.
Jolene.
Jolene. I mean, her name is Jillian, so like
Jillian.
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 All right, one more. Let's do one more.
I thought that said, would I want my parents to live when they get old? I was like, sure. Would I want my parents to live with me when they get old?
I don't think you'd be upset about it.
Yeah.
I'm not positive that you would be like, this is the ideal situation that I want to be in whenever they are old. But I feel like if they needed to live with you, that you wouldn't be upset about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I would literally, I would just do whatever.
Yeah.
And I'd be fine with that.
Yeah. I don't think that you would necessarily... Actually, that's not true. I do think... Well, okay, if they needed to, like if they needed to live with you, I think that you would be the one to like bring it up.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you would, because I think your parents are a little too humble to do that.
Yeah.
But I feel like you would bring it up to them.
Oh, my mom is constantly like, please take care of me when I'm old. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
I think you'd be very much the same way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I've already talked to Mom about it. I've already told her that she's welcome to move to whatever town I end up moving to, and my dad too. But my dad is, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but my dad, my parents are not together. My dad would be a little bit better independently than my mom would be. I feel like, not in a bad way.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way. My divorced parents can live with me just on opposite ends of my property.
Okay, wait. You have to give me a chance to redeem my point that
Okay.
I don't have.
That you don't have. Okay. I have 2 here. I'm going to give you the numbers and you can pick which one so that I don't. Okay. You can choose either question number 42 or question number 45.
Let's do 45.
45? Okay. What was the name of my first pet?
Was it that black dog? That big black dog?
It was not a big black dog.
Was it a black dog?
It was a black dog, yes.
Named?
It was a black lab, in fact.
Wasn't it named Jake?
No, Jake, the big black dog, I found in a shelter for dogs a few years ago when my mom was looking for her dog.
That's right.
That's when I found him.
Okay.
But so that dog did exist in my life, but that was not the name of my first pet. But my first pet was a black lab.
A black lab.
Yeah. Did you say Tom Cruise?
Can I have a clue?
Can you have a clue? Okay. I named him this because of his color.
Do you know what it is, Dave?
David, I mean, my brother didn't even, my little brother is sitting over there, he didn't even meet this dog, and he knows.
Blackie.
Blackie, no.
Black-eyed pea.
Black-eyed pea?
Ember.
Ember?
Burnt.
Burnt? I named my dog Burnt.
Dark.
No. I can give you another hint, but if I give you this hint, you're gonna get it, and it won't count as a point. This is the easier of the 2 questions that I gave you.
Molasses.
Molasses? I did not pick this question because I thought it was hard.
Franklin.
Frankly, that's really cute, but no.
Rash.
Excuse you. I'm just gonna let you know right now, it's 4:57 and we have to be somewhere at 5. David's over there having a real good time watching you try to come up with this. You have 2 more guesses. Mm-mm. 1 more guess.
One more little bitty baby hint. One more little bitty hint.
Boom.
Boom.
That's a good hint. It's a good hint.
Boom. Boom. No.
Treacle.
I didn't say that. Shut up.
I didn't take it as your guess. If it makes you feel any better. Treacle?
Yeah. It's like molasses. Oh my gosh.
You've been sitting here trying to come up with the name for the last 10 minutes. Thunder. My first ever pet's name was Thunder, and he was my first dog. He was my first dog, and he was a black lab puppy, and he looked like a cloud to me, so I called him Thunder.
That makes me mad.
And you knew that. That'll be it for part 1 of this. For part 1 of the Best Friend Challenge. I only won by 1 point. Okay. So, and I won part 1. We're going to do a part 2, and it's going to be great. We might end up doing a part 3 because I'm actually really liking these trips down memory lane. So anyway, leave a like down below if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you have not subscribed already, and and ring the bell to receive notifications every time I post a new video. And please comment down below your condolences to apparently Dana's emotions right now. Look at that shade. Look at all of that shade. Like, I can see it coming out of your brain, like right now. Like, that's what's happening. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Pray that Dana doesn't kill me as soon as I stop rolling the camera, and we will see you next time.
Trash.